Jessica Jezerski Glass. Aaron Wagner, on behalf of probation.
Good morning, I'm James Gizek on behalf of Ms. Jezerski. She's had the opportunity to go over her rights of rights form. She signed it, had no questions. Going to enter her plea of guilty of having contact with Mr. Godot, and then we're asking if we can address the court prior to sentencing.
All right, ma'am, can you tell me your first and last name?
Jessica Jezerski.
All right, did you go through this probation violation arraignment and advice of rights form?
I did.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes.
And did you sign and date the back of that?
I did.
And you understand, ma'am, that if you enter a plea of guilty, you'll be waiving the hearing rights listed on this form. We're not going to have a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And you've had a chance to discuss that with your attorney?
Yes.
And you understand there's a allegation you failed to comply with the no contact order. That's a non-technical violation. So I could give you the maximum possible jail time on this offense, which would be 93 days. Do you understand that?
I understand.
All right, you got to speak up for my court
I
reporter.
understand.
All right, knowing all of that, ma'am, how do you plead to the allegation you failed to comply with the no contact order?
Guilty.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or promised you anything to get you to plea?
No.
All right, I'll accept the plea. Mr. Gizicki?
You know, I think obviously the court is well aware of this situation and that of the complaining witness in this matter. Mr. Jezerski, she's been under doctor's care for many psychological things. And Mr. Verda has taken advantage. He's had contact with her, and although it's her fault, where she should not be talking to him, she's obviously, you know, he's manipulative, and she falls into the trap every time. You know, there's not much else I can really say, Your Honor. I'm just asking if there's an alternative to the 5 days in jail. As I indicated, court's aware of both parties in this case.
I am.
Yeah, and I just wish the court would take that knowledge into consideration.
Ms. Wagaman, anything?
The only thing that I have, Judge, is that I did call Ms. Jezerski directly before the last contact reported to me.
That's what's so infuriating and frustrating about this.
Correct. And then they had a phone conversation discussing the conversation that I had with Jessica to never contact him, hang up if he calls you, do not respond or react to any text messages. And not even 2 hours later, I got word that she talked to him.
Here's the thing, ma'am.
Mr. Verdu is using the criminal justice system to harass and punish you. He's done it before, and he'll keep doing it. But here's the bottom line. You're on probation.
You had a court order, and in that order, I said you can't have contact with him. And I'm going to refresh your memory. Last time we were here, or the time before, when I learned that you had a VOP for contact with him. And then I was given a stack like this of the two of you going back and forth, where he was verbally harassing you, abusing you. I mean, the whole thing was disgusting. The entire thread of messages was disgusting, but you kept taking the bait. When you did that, I had a really long lecture, ma'am. And in that lecture, I told you, I can't make him. There are things you can do, and it looks like you've done it. At this point, I can't make him not contact you, but I can make you not contact him. And what'd you do? He starts using the criminal justice system again. He contacts you all the time, but you respond and you don't do what he wants, and he goes to your PO, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to your PO and provides some evidence that you have had contact with him, right? And then she calls you, and your PO tells you, do not have contact with him. The judge has ordered that you have no contact. Do you remember that call?
Yes.
And then the first thing you did when you hung up the phone with Miss Wagaman was do the one thing she said not to do that I had previously ordered, previously lectured you on. We'd already been to court once on it.
You were told not to contact this man. But you called him anyway and started talking about your call with Miss Waguman. And of course, Mr. Verdu got exactly what he wanted. He recorded it and handed it straight to your probation officer.
So not only are you, listen, I'm not justifying, I think it's clear his behavior in this case, but you are under court order to have no contact. And the one thing, if it would have been this back and forth, we would have looked at it. But when I have a probation officer call a defendant and say, hey, remember, you can't talk to him, period. And the first thing you do is get off the phone and call him. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going when you outright violate a court order like that?
Yeah.
That's right. Ding, ding, winner, 5 days jail. That's where you're going. And I hope you learn something from this, because whatever's going on between the two of you is, quite frankly, insane. And if you have any contact with this man, you're out of your mind. Because anytime you contact him, he just turns around and tells Aaron and you go to jail. And the only thing I think is going to break this cycle in your mind where you understand what no contact means is if I send you to county. That's it. That's all. That's the only thing that's going to work. Everything else I've tried lecturing you. Aaron's talked to you. I have literally put it in a court order and you violated the order. Not once, but twice. And probably many, many, many more times. So you're going.
They stole something to jail.
Okay, you're going to jail. You had a choice. And the fact I have a recorded call, that Miss Wagman received a recorded call of you calling him right after she told you not to, there's no choice. I have no choice. You're going to jail 5 days, Wayne County Jail. And when you get out, you talk to Aaron and you do not talk to Mr. Verdute, because if you do, next time I'll put you in for 10. And he's going to bait you and you know it. Where's that? Are we having more problems?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, please, I just pulled up what do we have running.